Welcome to the Option Trader Lounge, and in today's video, I want to talk about goal setting. Typically around this time of the year, I like to reflect on the things that has gone good, the things that has gone bad. This way, I can have a better understanding of what allowed me to get to where I am today. This way, I can be better prepared in the present, so that way I could have a better outcome for the future. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, if you've started investing or even just a little, I need you to hear this one truth. That one truth is that you're closer to financial freedom than you think. Maybe you've been at this for a couple of years. Maybe your portfolio balances feel disappointing. Sometimes you may even feel like you're stuck in the slow middle, that pretty much your life has gone stagnant. But I want you to know that where you're at today is not where you're going to be tomorrow. I want to help you understand that through math and a little bit of mindset shift and prove with this that you've already won the hardest battle. You see, this past year, um, back here in January, my portfolio account value was 72,000. During this time, it pretty much stayed flat from the beginning of the year through April. And as we know, back in April, we had the Liberation Day that pretty much brought the market down nearly 20% from top to bottom. This During this period, this 50-day period, mass panic, mass fear, people who own stocks no longer wanted to hold them because they thought it was a crappy investment. If you've sold during this period and panicked, that would have been a big mistake. And in fact, this was the perfect opportunity to start investing. This was literally a 20% discount that was offered to you. And it's crazy to see how some people, especially when it comes to investing, that when this is the only asset class where if it's at a discount, people want to get rid of it. But I want you to shift that mindset to where whenever you see discounts, that is the perfect opportunity to buy because that only led to a 40% gain from bottom to top to where we are today. And that would have been a perfect investment to get started with because where else can you find a 40% return? Now, the only way you would have withstand that is if you stick to the age old approach to investing and you just dollar cost average in. And because I've done that this past year, um, you know, obviously the first half of the year we saw no growth, but only towards the end of the year we saw explosive growth. And as of today, the account value is now sitting over $102,000 in the account. And I want you to keep in mind that during this period, I did not know that I was going to reach this level. I knew that I had goals to get there, but I didn't realize that it was going to come this fast. And it was only to sheer discipline that I was able to see it through. And that's what I want to help build in you all the mindset of investing. So today, we're not only going to use math, we're also going to use the mindset to prove that you've already won the hardest battle. You see, the biggest trap to investing isn't a stock market crash, it's impatient. This is the area where people start to lose the concept of investing. Today, we live in a world of 15-second TikTok videos, 2-day shipping. We are all wired for instant gratification. And if we don't see the immediate results of moving $100 to $1,000 in just a few months, we start to get upset and we wonder why isn't this working? You see, when we see headlines of people who get rich overnight, we start to compare the imaginary 5 year to your actual boring 2 year. This comparison is toxic and misleading. This is not how the greatest investors think. When it comes to investing, just think of it as planting the mighty oak tree. The seed alone, when planted, for the first few years, all of the energy is just happening beneath the soil. And we don't personally see that. The roots are deepening, finding its ground, stabilizing, and during this period of time, it's getting ready for explosive growth that happens later down the road. You have to shift your mindset from being undisciplined to being a disciplined investor. You are in the root building phase. We have to embrace boring, embrace the slow. We have to understand that the foundation that will support the incredible wealth comes from being rooted in our goals, being rooted in the investing mindset. Investing is not a straight line. It's a curve that gets steeper as you let time do its thing. So for example, let's run some numbers. Let's say, for example, if you have a goal of reaching $200,000, for simplicity, let's assume a 10% return annually. If you're consistently investing, it may take 10 years to get to the first 100,000. That's the hardest part. It really is the grind. But because your first $100,000 is now compounding and earning returns on itself, I want you to guess how long it will take to get from 100,000 to 200,000. The incredible thing, it's not 10 years. It literally could be as little as 5 to 6 years. You see, you're doing the exact same amount of work, but instead, your money is working exponentially harder. The most important money you'll ever make in investing is your very first dollar. Why? It's because it's the longest time to compound. And guess what? You've already done that. You're not starting from zero, you're starting of a place of maximum potential. And I want you to know that if you're halfway to your goal, you're not halfway in terms of time. You're far closer. You are past the initial resistance, and the momentum is already built in. Now, you see, whenever you're investing, the crazy thing is that what takes you from hitting the steep part of the curve to where your money just grows exponentially, the key accelerator that will get you from point A to point B, what it is discipline. You may not think that discipline is about reading complicated financial reports or timing the next market crash. It's not. It's about being boringly consistent. It's about treating your investments like a monthly bill that you must pay. Just imagine trying to get fit. Going to the gym once for 6 hours won't do anything, but you're going for 30 minutes 3 times a week for a year. If you can stay consistent doing that, that's transformative in itself. So as investing. Investing is the same. The small repeated actions beat the massive one-time effort every single time. Discipline means setting up a dollar cost average approach. It means when markets drop, you don't panic. You should actually feel excited. Why? Because you've automated discipline and it's telling you to buy the same quality asset at a discount. When it comes to investing, discipline is the key. It removes emotion from the equation. It keeps you on the rails during a boom and saves you from disasters during a bust. It's the most powerful tool for ensuring you reach the exponential curve on your portfolio. So if you feel discouraged today, all I want you to do is pull up your count and just reflect on how far you've come from zero. You've already laid the foundation, you've already endured the slow start, and the math confirms itself. You're closer than you think. And I just want you right now or right after this video to check these two things. Is your monthly contribution still running? Are you currently investing 10% of every dollar you earn? That's the age-old approach to investing. If you really want to see growth in your portfolio, you have to find a way to budget and save. In addition, the second thing is figure out if there's a way where you could increase your investment contribution by at least 1%. And for many of you, I think you can do that. You just got to recommit to boring, recommit to the plan, trust the curve, and just know that the heavy lifting is already done. The best part is just ahead. And if this video helps shifted your mindset, please hit the like button, subscribe for more investing clarity, and tell me in the comments, what are your financial goals for this 2026? And what is a one small discipline action that you plan to take this week? Once again, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.